It was a cold, misty morning in the small town of Willowbrook. The streets were empty, save for the occasional bark of a stray dog or the rustle of leaves in the gentle breeze. Emma, an 11-year-old girl with bright, curious eyes, walked hurriedly down the cobblestone path, her school bag bouncing on her back. Today wasn't like any other day. Emma had found something peculiar on her way to school. The previous evening, Emma had been playing in the attic of her grandmother's old house. Among the piles of dusty books and forgotten trinkets, she stumbled upon a small, ornate key. It was no ordinary key. Its intricate design gleamed despite the years, with tiny carvings of vines and a mysterious symbol etched onto its head. As Emma held the key, she felt a strange warmth radiating from it. A whisper seemed to echo faintly in her ears. "Find the door." She couldn't shake the thought, even as she sat in class that morning. Her teacher's voice faded into the background as Emma doodled the key symbol in her notebook. What door? And why did it feel like the key was calling to her? That afternoon, Emma decided to investigate. With the key safely tucked in her pocket, she ventured into the woods behind her grandmother's house. It was a place she had been warned about, dense, overgrown, and filled with stories of strange happenings. But Emma's curiosity outweighed her fear. The deeper she walked, the darker it became. The towering trees seemed to form an archway, leading her to an ancient, ivy-covered stone wall. And there, almost hidden among the vines, was a wooden door. Its surface was weathered, but the same symbol from the key was carved at its center. Emma's heart raced as she pulled out the key. Her hands trembled, but she slid it into the lock. A soft click echoed through the air, and the door creaked open. Beyond the door was a world unlike anything Emma had ever seen. The sky shimmered with colors that danced like water, and the air smelled sweet, like blooming flowers. Creatures that looked like a mix between foxes and birds darted through the trees. A small, glowing figure approached her. It was a sprite, no taller than her hand. "You found it," the sprite said, its voice like a song. "The key has chosen you, Emma. You're the guardian now." "Guardian?" Emma asked, her voice barely a whisper. She wasn't sure whether to feel excited or terrified. "The door protects the balance between your world and ours," the sprite explained. "Long ago, the key was lost, and the balance began to shift. But now, you must ensure no harm comes to either side." Emma spent what felt like hours in the magical realm, learning about its wonders and its dangers. The sprite gave her a small crystal, telling her it would guide her if she ever needed to return. When she finally stepped back through the door, it closed behind her with a soft thud. The key, still warm in her pocket, now felt like a part of her. She knew her life would never be the same. From that day on, Emma carried the weight of her secret. The ordinary streets of Willowbrook now seemed extraordinary, every shadow a possible connection to the magical world she had discovered. She wasn't just an 11-year-old girl anymore. She was the guardian of the door, the keeper of balance between two worlds. And so, her adventure began.